All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Songwriter Sunday. My name's Cassandra. So, welcome. If you've watched before, welcome back. If you're brand new here, thank you for joining today. I'm super excited about today's show because I have a very good friend of mine who's going to be coming on in about 15 minutes. So that's 12:15 for you West Coast folks, 2:15 for my Midwestern folks, 3:15 for my East Coast, well, Eastern time folks. We're going to have my friend Adam Schumaker come on to the show and talk about his compositions. He's a composer. His songs. He is a songwriter. His arts admin work, his advocacy work, maybe some grant writing tips if we're lucky, and his new record label. So, today is going to be fantastic. So, hang tight till 2:15 or whatever time zone you're on, 15. Hey, Norm, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. As always, if you're new to the show, you're welcome to ask questions, give feedback, and I'm going to open up with a couple of my own songs before we start the conversation with Adam. So let's kick it off with a song I wrote a little while ago. It's just a fun song. It does have a couple naughty words, but I'll edit them out in case some kids are watching today. Adam's got kids. This is called 2005. They say, girl, when you gonna take that nose ring out and get that ink removed? Don't they know I'm still trying to make Max Bemis proud? They want me to get a real job. No, I wanna sing like Brendan, I'm dressing like Gerard, and they don't know me anyhow. I wanna be the drummer for an emo band in 2005. Wanna be surrounded by fans and angry on the outside, kicking over mic stands, breaking empty bottles, and sweating through my ripped jeans every night. It's true. They say, girl, at least don't be so intense. Our generation was founded on being polite and complicit. They're threatened by my cool black t-shirt. I'm pissed off just like Pat Chicken, taking back my Sundays. This is gonna hurt, 'cause I wanna be the drummer for an emo band in 2005. I wanna be surrounded by fans and angry on the outside, kicking over mic stands, breaking empty bottles, and sweating through my ripped jeans every night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know the millennial whoa chorus from emo music. Go ahead, let's get into it. I've been in the mosh pit plenty of times. In love and death, I fight the good fight. Filthy corporate slime. But I wanna be the drummer for an emo band in 2005. I wanna be surrounded by fans and angry on the outside, kicking over mic stands, breaking empty bottles, and sweating through my ripped jeans every night. Whoa, whoa, and sweating through my ripped jeans every night. Yeah. That is called 2005. I have fun with that one. I write a lot of sad songs, so when I write a fun one or a happy one, I try and, share it. Yeah. All right, so in a cool 10 minutes, we're going to have my friend, previously a teacher, mentor, now I get to call him a friend, Adam Schumaker, up here on the screen. We're going to have a conversation about his music. It will be so fun and fantastic. He is incredibly thoughtful in his art, regardless of genre or medium, and maybe we'll talk about genre and overlap and does it or does it not? I don't know. We didn't plan any of this conversation today, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what we get into. Get your questions ready. So, all right. For my middle song, my ballad always, I'm going to share one. It's deeply personal to me. It's the first time I'm trying it memorized, so we're going to see how that goes. And it is called I Wish You Well. You were broken as a little girl, that's not your fault. I saw you as a titan after you survived it all. And if I could grow up to be anyone, it would be you. But the years went by and you passed on your abuse. Ooh. I weathered it, I told myself you are loyal. But your simmering rage rolled to a boil. So I ate your pain, though it made me ill. And from where I sit, I wish you still. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you health. I know that the cards you were dealt are awful. Though far away, I remain thoughtful. I pray daily that you can heal. But the way you treated me was wrong and it was real. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you health. I wish that I could turn back time, but I can't play whipping boy for your unquiet mind. I had to go, but because I'm not with you right now, doesn't mean that you're alone. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you, I wish you, I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. Oh, I wish you happiness. I wish you health. Yeah. That is, I Wish You Well. I wrote it about a year ago. And I like it a lot. I think it's going to make it to the album. A few more edits. Always, I feel comfortable sharing works in progress here because, a lot of art is always a work in progress. So that one will probably, like I said, make it to the album, but be a little different from how you just heard it. So speaking of albums, I believe Adam is making an album. We'll talk about that today, too. We're going to get him up on the screen here in about 5 minutes. Hang tight, Audrey. Thank you for watching today. So good to see you. See you. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Audrey has a great new EP out, Where to Find the Blankets, correct? I bumped that, man, all the time in my headphones. Don't you look at me that way. I'm going to cover some of those songs one of these days. Carefully, because I don't play cello. All right. I gotta get through this next one so we can get Adam up here. Drop your Bandcamp link in the chat, Audrey, so everybody can see it. Um, so we can talk to him as well. This will be fun. This will be a lot of fun. My last tune I'm going to share today, what was it? I just came back from vacation and like literally 30 seconds before I sat down, I was like throwing my last ingredients in a crock pot. So, what's happening? I'm making some crock pot chicken soup because we got our second dose of the vaccine today, just in case we feel a little funky later. So, crock pot, show, practice, mix. Yeah, that's my day today. Anyway, no one needs to know that. Yay! So there's Audrey's Bandcamp link for her new EP and her other EPs and albums too. Check that out and hire her if you need a cellist. She played with the Who. All right, my last tune. This is called Familiar. Do I want a gig in the South? They say. Well, of course, 'cause how else will I earn my bread? My heart was aching in the land of the Delta Blues. Too sad to sleep alone, so I set my sights on you. How is this so easy? Something about you feels so familiar and calm. Trying to find a meaning, trying to stay closed off, 'cause I'll be gone before long, leaving in the morning. I think I left a piece of my heart back in Memphis, so perplexed 'cause I don't know, what do we start? Let's stay awake all night, open our chests right up. Tell me about the good times, tell me what made it tough. Let's connect from our hips to our necks and otherwise. Make me laugh till I cry, make me catch my breath when I stare in your eyes. How is this so easy? Something about you feels so familiar and calm. Trying to find a meaning, trying to stay closed off, 'cause I'll be gone before long, leaving in the morning. I think I left a piece of my heart back in Memphis, so perplexed 'cause I don't know, what do we start? By car, you drove all the way just to tell me face to face that you wished I'd stayed. How is this so easy? Something about you feels so familiar and calm. Trying to find meaning, trying to stay closed off, 'cause I'll be gone before long, leaving in the morning. I think I left a piece of my heart. I think I left a piece of my heart back in Memphis. Unresolved. Awesome. That's familiar. Wrote that one a while back. But now it is the time for me to do the awkward shuffle and the Skype dance. Everybody get psyched. We're going to get Adam up here. Up on the screen to discuss songwriting, composition, arts administration, grant writing, balancing work and family. That's a comedy bang bang joke. I apologize. And some other things. Whatever you want to ask. All right, everybody, Skype dance.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Let me get you on that. Ooh, there you are. Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm just testing my levels here. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you wonderfully.
I always realized my guitar was out of tune too.
Artists,
You know,
what are you going to do? No, take your time, seriously.
almost done. All right.
Nice.
Close enough.
I like it. I like it. Awesome. Cool. Lisa's here. Audrey's here. Norma's here. Some people who have not named themselves are here, which is awesome. But,
Excited.
Nick Mueller. Thank you for watching, man. Uh,
Mueller. Oh no.
he's going to be on next week. So, how are you doing today, Adam?
I am good. I'm good. Just, doing the things.
Doing the things.
Stay stay at home day, kids outside doing some housework.
Very nice. And the question on everybody's mind is how many cups of coffee have you had?
Let's see. I've been through a whole pot, I think, and now on to a little bit of a latte.
Oh, easing off.
Do what you can.
Yes, exactly. Well, great. So I said a little bit about you, but for those who are watching who may not know you as well, would you like to kind of introduce yourself here?
Sure. So I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I live here with my wife and our three kids. We've met in grad school and stuck around, so we've been in the area since about 2006. And let's see what else. I am director of education for the Gilmore Keyboard Festival. Live in the admin life, which I love. I've been doing that for about a decade, which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I also teach at Kalamazoo College, where I teach composition and entrepreneurship. And I'm a composer, so I have 2 degrees in music, master's in composition from Western, and I am always writing songs and working on occasional projects. So trying to keep it manageable.
So pretty much you just kind of you don't do much. You take it easy, you chill.
Oh, it's it's the crazy life over here. My wife runs her own business, and so it's like between that and my 1.5 jobs and all the side projects, and we're always doing some home renovation thing. It's just nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. I know. I've seen your posts about becoming quite the handyman too.
I was just muddy wall before this interview, and I was like, if I ever have to do this like in a place that matters, like upstairs, we're gonna hire somebody because I'm not getting better at it.
Awesome. Well, first off, I want to go back to kind of your little self-explained bio. I'd love to hear the words composition and entrepreneurship together in more sentences, for starters. Here, I mean it. So let's get started in terms of kind of my Audrey. Yes. Um, let's. So how does art and entrepreneurship go hand in hand for you?
Yeah, well, it's I feel like there's people in my age group that have realized this. But getting your music degrees or your art degrees or even, like an English degree, oftentimes the academic world doesn't link up what do you do next. They don't give you that pathway or it's not obvious. It's definitely not linear for most people. Um, and so, in this exploration early on, I was, okay, I have a master's in music composition. Uh, do I be a professor? Should I go that route? Oh, you need a doctorate now? I don't know about that. And so you get into these, what do you do sort of mentalities, whereas before this, the art of studying music at a college and university, there's all the practice and the performance and the craft, which is great. I love it. And the history, right? Um, but what do you do for a living afterwards is somewhat skirted over. I think it's getting better, but there's still a lot of disconnect in the academic communities about how to guide young people into what they do with their nonlinear degree paths, right? And so part of it's kind of re-education, education with that. But so that's where entrepreneurship comes in. Um, you know, thinking away from the business entrepreneur where you're trying to find the next big deal of a groundbreaking idea that you can sell for $1 million after a couple of years. Entrepreneurship is the art of running as a business, right? And I think specifically for artists, you are the business, and so you have to kind of have some business sensibilities to be able to use the skills, the assets, the resources you have to put that together into a livable wage for you, a lifestyle you like, and be able to sell the services you provide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I've been teaching at Kalamazoo College. I proposed a class started about 5 years ago, and it's been fun to try and figure that out. I change it every year. And I found it's more of a mindset first that you have to learn, and less about the details. And as long as you're willing to learn, you can always figure out the details. I think the pandemic has shown a lot of people that. And so it's more about the mentality of what do I do? How do I do it? How can I keep going? And how do I make it something that's valuable and worth my time?
Absolutely. And I think I'm going to come back to that soon. And I know some people who are watching may want to as well. Again, if y'all have never watched, you are welcome to drop questions here for Adam, and I will facilitate gladly. Adam knows a lot of things about a lot of things, so definitely take advantage of that if you can. But let's go ahead and kick off with a song. And yeah, do you want to talk about your first song first, or just dive right in?
Sure. I'm gonna to pull up the lyrics just in case. Just so you know, it's been about a decade since I performed live. Like it's kind of crazy to think about.
Woohoo!
I'm sure I've done a little things here and there, but I'm pretty nervous. So I've been practicing a lot, and part of me doing this, I probably wouldn't do this on a normal year. But I've been chasing this album, so I've been writing songs in my house, while the kids play or right before bedtime. I often play piano these days, kind of while the kids are getting their last minute snack of cereal before they brush teeth, read books, and all the above. And a ton of songs have come out of this, and I haven't recorded half of them. Some of them I haven't even finished. And so that's why I'm here, is to practice performing again, so that when I get to the studio, which I will be going at some point in 2021, to La Luna Studios in Kalamazoo here, so that I can do it, because it's performance takes practice. So this first song is called "My Friend," and it's a guitar song, so I probably should get that up. And I wrote this a while back, um, and it's I don't know much. I really try not to describe my songs too much. It's like you can get from it. I use autobiographical information, but oftentimes it's not word verbatim, or not even like one situation. So this one's definitely cobbled together from many, many, many situations into kind of a general theme. And I played this with some friends of mine that I used to play with in high school. There's a really good second guitar part that I don't know how to play, so I'm hoping to get that back for the album. But I think it sits pretty well in a solo. So yeah.
Awesome.
So you ready?
Alrighty, go for
All
it.
right, here we go. I've painted memories on your grave, this time again. Though you're still living down the way, we can't pretend. I will see you over coffee, or I'll see you like I never used you, because you were my friend. Because you were my friend. Because you were my friend. I lost your number in a pad of post-it notes. I bet you're thinking that I'm mad or out of hope. Still I won't call you, not because I love you, not after you left me alone in that sad room, writing to my friend a song that would outlast the rest, because because you were my friend. But now our story's past at best, because you were my friend. These images of you are fading fast, because you were my friend. Because you were my friend. Because you were my friend. I dropped you there without a sound, because you were my friend. I left and never turned around, because you were my friend. These images of you are fading fast, because you were my friend.
Super cool.
Go. Thanks.
Absolutely. So this is a good, actually a great first song. So thank you for picking that one. Um,
Thanks.
Nick says real Death Cab vibe, which I agree with that as well. So let's spend a few minutes just touching on what is the music that you love. And Audrey says, "Woo!" Which is a big compliment coming from the woman who played cello for the Who.
Say it again.
I said
I
that's a
missed.
big compliment coming from the woman who played cello for the Who.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Who, really? Wow. Okay. Crazy.
I have
So
cool friends. What can I say?
so music I love. Let's see. It's funny. My musical journey is really bizarre, like many of ours, right? Um, it kind of comes out of these influences that you're thrown into. And it's like trumpet was my main instrument, and I started that in middle school. I got good at it, kind of became my thing after, by eighth grade. And then I get into high school and I get into the jazz band as a freshman, which was a big deal, right?
Hmm.
So it felt pretty cool. And then that's when I started joining a ska band.
Ah.
And these older students said, "Hey, do you want a ska band?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me ask my dad if he'll drop me off at your house in the basement." Um, so ska was kind of my first influence into performing in a band and songwriting. And I think kind of the mess of high school from there got me into playing guitar, got me into piano and other instruments, and into songwriting. So while I was doing ska bands and different bands, I was also writing acoustic guitar songs, and listening to more music influenced by other people. My dad was a very avid music listener, a lot of older stuff, but he'd also just love going to concerts. So we'd go to lots of random things. We'd drive to Ann Arbor and go to the Arc and see like their free concerts they had, once a month. See random jazz or random Tuvian throat singers, stuff like that. So I feel like I had a pretty wide range of influences prior to studying music, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of my songwriting comes out of my time prior to being a music major, and I think a lot of it kind of goes back to, I want to say ska, but not so much because like I wrote ska songs, but they all got way more complicated than your typical ska song,
Hmm.
and so like I started getting to Ben Folds Five around that time, and that's where I started getting a lot of my songwriting tendencies. I feel like. Death Cab for Cuties is definitely in there, not a giant influence, but more of their postal service stuff. So,
Mm.
that sort of vibe. But I love the songwriters, and listening to people craft their songs, and so that's just part of those influences,
Yeah, absolutely. And I have we need I need like 6 hours per artist to do this show.
right?
I'm so sorry. So where so again, even that first song, it's a little more it got a punk vibe to me, but you have a very interesting chord in there and very interesting phrasing constructs. So where do composition and songwriting meet for you? And what are some things that you really like to kind of put together from the two? Because people see the two as very separate, I think, at times.
Yeah.
Some of it, I think, is stigmas about how each category of artist lives or works or studies or something like that. But where do songwriting and composition meet for you?
To me, they're really the same thing. I teach composition lessons at K College, but a lot of that, I rarely have your typical composer. I have hip hop students and singer songwriters and people want to do film score or something else. And to me, it's all about just creation. What are you creating?
Mm.
Um, composition and songwriting, the only difference is kind of the length sometimes,
Sometimes.
the vocabulary, sometimes, right? Who's playing it for what, right? And
Mhm.
to me, that all drives down to purpose. If I'm playing my own song, I'm going to write it for me. You know,
Sure.
when I'm composing for somebody else, I'm going to write it for them.
Mhm.
And then you open up a whole new world of options when somebody else is playing your music,
Mm.
um, or limitations, right? And so, to me, there's not a whole lot of difference other than, if I'm going to go write some music, it's like, okay, what's this for? And that's where I start. If I
Mhm.
have a song in my head, sometimes that jumps into arrangements and other ideas that I get that are part of my composer side, right? But it's still going to be a song with chords and words first, right? Did that answer that part?
Yeah. Sure. And I noticed in your art music too. So I played one of your pieces. Well, I played some of your pop stuff too, and some of your art music stuff. Words are always integral. I found too. So what do even within the realm of composition? Because I know we have some like composers watching. What does text or what do words mean to you in that context? Like words are a pillar of songwriting, right? That's the even in classical music, songs contain words, right? So in thinking about composition, yeah, what is the meaning of words to you?
Well, music by itself is, when we think about it, extremely abstract. You know, that's why you have like 4 to 8 semesters of music theory trying to explain why it sounds the way it sounds. The minute you put something a little more human to it, not that music's not human, but it's an abstract concept. The minute you put words to something, automatically you're tapping into very direct emotions or very direct human experience. And so you don't have to, I don't, you don't have to, but you gain a quicker access to the meaning of something or the potential meanings of something.
Mm?
And so that's why I enjoy words a lot, because I feel like it automatically layer of understanding for the audience. Um, Whereas like just a straight up music piece, you kind of have to practice listening to instrumental music. I feel like to be creative in listening to it.
Yeah, yeah,
If
maybe.
somebody hears words, they automatically have reactions to them.
Sure. Yeah, creative and listening. I love that phrase too. Gosh, I should just be taking notes right now. Well, that was a reason too. I loved working with dancers because choreographers tend to give meaning to things. And even now, I find I'm more drawn to music videos than like music alone because I like layers. So that's a really cool way of thinking about it too.
Yeah, I mean that the idea of collaboration basically creates more access points for the piece. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
not bad.
No, it's wonderful, wonderful. Before I ramble too much more, because I have like 17 questions ready to go here. Um, can we hear another song?
Sure, I'm going to attempt the impossible here, and this is so I'm just laying it all out today. This is a song I wrote called "Put It Up on YouTube," and I wrote a part of the lyrics were written by my friend Dustin Kentela, who was my songwriting partner back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where is this? If I can find the text, get these lyrics up just in case I mess up. But yeah, it's got mild. I don't even want to say it's rapping because I'm not a rapper and I'm so white, and it's just this is not part of my. But the song kind of came out that way, so it's kind of a fun, tongue in cheek, just a fun song, and I
I mean,
still like it. So I'm gonna
I
yeah,
like Aerosmith. I like Guns N' Roses. You can
yeah.
do the, do
I'm
a
just
little.
gonna play it without the lyrics. I don't know, they went in this iPad, so.
Okay.
But it's a piano song. Also, I'm not a pianist. The only reason I've been playing piano is because it's like, with 1.5 jobs and 3 kids and the wife's business and all the stuff that we do together, I don't get like a moment to sit down and really dig in with my guitar, anything. But the piano is sitting right there. I can pop on for 2 seconds and plunk out an idea. And so a lot of these piano songs came through these, a few minutes here and there.
Mm.
Um, and I just wrote the lyrics down on my phone, and the songs that I remembered, the next day are the ones that stuck. So this is called "Put It Up on YouTube." I'm probably gonna mess up
Do it.
at least the words, but we're gonna do it because why not?
Why not?
I gotta switch the mics around. Give me 1 second.
Your studio looks great, by the way. You're like, I don't play piano, and then you've got 3 keyboards right there.
Oh, thanks. It's coming along. This whole curtain's up because there's a bunch of junk back there. So, you know, um, but we'll get there. My goal is to, finish building these walls right here and insulate them, put a door maybe on it. Then I can really record some stuff down here.
Awesome.
All right. Here we go. Just testing my levels here. Can you hear that all right? Okay, going full headphone in. I'm gonna write a song and then we'll put it up on YouTube. They will all click to view and everyone will go woo hoo 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 hoo. I'm tired of working all day. You're tired of working all day, so we're gonna write a song and drop it all up on the YouTube. And it's gonna make us famous, hey? Gotta earn that revenue. We gotta up and grab 1 million views so YouTube can take its 67%. It's due, it's true. I think they make enough now, don't you? Take it on those Facebook walls. Tweet it like the ballers you are. And let it scroll by. Wanna know why? Gotta make $1 million, but paying off those student loans and try to pay for GBs on my iPhone. It gets expensive, I get pensive, waiting for the stimulus. And I don't know what words go there. Gonna write a song, and then we'll put it up on YouTube. They will all click to view, and everyone will go woo hoo 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 hoo. Don't stop, never quit it. Got yourself hooked, so you might as well click it. Best, it's all for the good. It's all for the people that wish they would. For all the time it buys, it flies, it sighs, it's great, it's fake, it's brewed. I'm awake, I can't avoid the spam. It doesn't matter to us. Just click that mouse with your hand. Instead of going on, instead of going shaking booty is all that we do. Could be used for the greater good. But we take the Facebook to write a post that sounds like political soundbite. Instead of taking time to make the changes we want to see, we just put another meme. Gonna write a song, and then we'll put it up on YouTube. They will all click to view, and everyone will go woo hoo 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 woo hoo 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 hoo. What's this next part? I forgot it. I think it's pretty good though. That's pretty much the whole song. So
Yeah, we can put a pin in it. Well, as somebody who in normal times raps for money, which I do, I can verify that rapping is hard.
yeah, it's so hard. Yeah, so like that song's, I've been playing on my acoustic piano. It's just so different down here. I've been trying to get that sense of like being surrounded in sound. I'm still just like, it's headphones,
Mm-hmm.
But so that's songs. It has a whole bridge. The lyrics just escaped me because of nerves. But
and 1,000 words.
Yeah, 1,000 words. So, but then it just goes bridge and chorus again. That's pretty much it. So.
No, it's awesome. Audrey likes it. And I will say there was one time I was playing a show with a friend of mine, and I believe because these were the late night shows, we got paid a certain amount for Forgot About Dre, and then he was like, "I'm not gonna do the second verse unless I get more money." And then somebody gave him a couple more dollars, and at the end of the song, he just goes, "Well, the word to dollar ratio was pretty low on that one."
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to do that, and I don't know, just still getting there. So still under practice.
No, I dig it. You got to try stuff, and I have a couple like technology commentary songs too, so I love that type of thing. You're just like, oh, this like the sarcasm and all about that for sure. I want to make sure that we talk about this so that people, I know a couple people who are watching may be interested. Can we spend a few minutes talking about Odd Pop Records?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Um,
go ahead and just share how that idea became and how you started it and what you do now for folks.
oh gosh. So, I've had the idea, being somebody that works in nonprofits and works in, like, basically organizations and starting things. We started many programs at the Gilmore, and so I just kind of get used to starting programs and things. And I was like, I really want to do like a composer collective label sort of deal, that kind of helps get recordings out there. And it's kind of bounced around my head the last 5 years, not as long as my album, but long enough. And a group that I had wrote a piece for called Some Assembly Required, they were producing a CD. They had raised money to get the recording and actually press CDs. And I was talking to them. I was like, what are your plans for distribution? They had no plans. They didn't really know. And so I said, well, I have a proposal for you. This might be the impetus to get this little thing going. And so I just kind of thought up some names, and you've heard some of this stuff too, and just something to get it to sound like a thing in the logo, and kind of lay out the groundwork of just setting up the mechanics to distribute distribute music to the streaming platforms, and make it also kind of a hub where you can have contracts for laying out how to do royalty distribution between the creatives that are involved in the project. And that's kind of where it started. And we released an album in October, which is the Some Assembly Required album. It's on Bandcamp. I have a piece on there called Click Here for horn, trombone, piano, bassoon, clarinet, and they all speak as part of their role in the 8-minute piece. And there's three other compositions that are new, and then some piazzolla on that for the trio. And
Nice.
so it's kind of it's a really good listen. I was really, and that was the other reason. It was a really good CD, and I was like, I can totally get behind this and make it worth my time. Um, and so that's kind of what started it all. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this label thing, I need to have more projects.
Mm.
And so just talking to people here and there, Megan Enan, I always say her last name wrong. She's a mezzo soprano who did a project called Sleep Songs, and they're wordless lullabies. And so she had it all recorded, just again, no distribution plans.
Mm.
So we released that in January. I released electronic album by Drew Morris. It's kind of like synth based, and he's a band composer that made this electronic album. So again, where does it sit? Where does it fit? And so he released it through me and the Odd Pop label. And then yeah, and we've just been kind of doing projects since then. We have a couple others, including your single.
Yes.
Pretty fun. And
Yes.
the stuff that I'm playing here is going to go on an album and be released through it. And so just trying to learn the ropes and seeing if it can sustain itself over the next couple of years,
Mm.
uh, in terms of very modest growth, very low overhead, and just seeing if it can do that job and get a few people to volunteer work behind it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so for the folks who are watching who are creating content, a lot of people watching are creating a lot of content. If they're interested in learning more, where should they go?
They can just email me at oddpoprecords@gmail.com. So oddpoprecords, straightforward spelling there. Yeah. So I have a few other people looking at projects down the road that are widely different. We're not trying to be within a genre, which is exciting, but also terrible marketing plan, but I think it'll be all right. So just trying to make it a home that people can actually release stuff, not have to pay. Like there's a lot of these new music labels that require you to invest your own money in the whole process.
Right.
Um, and I'm not sure you always make it back. I mean, they have much bigger teams and everything, but at the end of the day, I wanted something that was able for small projects.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I will say too, after seeing, looking over the paperwork for again, my own music, it is very artist friendly and artist supportive, and that is probably because you're an artist. We talk
Yeah.
about this a lot in entertainment. You have like agents, and then you have like player agents. Who are also like on the ground floor doing the hard work. So, I would say definitely I'll go check out Odd Pop and at least follow on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that because it's gonna be cool. I sense it. My spidey
It's
senses.
slow growth is my game. So we'll just keep doing projects, mild promotions, and let it grow itself, and a little bit at a time.
Look, that's all we can do. All right, perfect. Thank you. Let's get another song going.
Okay.
What
Okay.
you got next?
All right. This is one of my oldest songs that I still play. I just think it's a good song. I wrote this. I think I wrote it in 2006 or 2007.
Okay.
Again, it's never truly been recorded in a good way, so that's one of the reasons I'm playing it and practicing it again. Funny, I originally wrote this on like a kind of like a synth setup.
Cool.
And it kind of had this. I have a recording somewhere from back then that I never released or anything, but it's just yeah, really kind of electronic sound. And then I realized it's really like it's good on guitar too. So I'm just gonna play on guitar today.
Awesome.
So I don't know if I could play the other part. It's called 10 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
One sec. I'm just gonna mute my other mic. Across town, so close when I'm driving in my car. The smoke has thinned since I fixed my exhaust. The poisonous air is almost gone. Do you think that we could be the one? Do you think that we'll have this much fun in 20 years from now? 2 hours of highway time is not enough to keep me in line, though I regret the false move I made. Please take me back. I will never be the same without you. Without you. Oh, I'm driving in my car. I think we've come far, praying it will last, to let these moments pass, though in time we still fear the worst is here. Lifetimes, do you think it'll be enough to find the truth when 10 minutes is all I ask of you? I'll be there soon. Oh, I'm driving in my car. To think we've come this far, praying it will last, to let these moments pass, though in time we still fear the worst is here. And it's time to be, oh, forgiven, oh, forgiven. And it's time to be, oh, forgiven.
was beautiful.
Thanks.
And I got the feels. I got the feels
Oh,
with that one.
it's been a while since I've done that. Woo.
No, it's great. It's a great melody, beautiful imagery. I mean, yeah, it's fun to pull back those like old tunes too, right? Just go like,
Hmm.
oh, I wrote that. How fantastic! So at this point in the conversation, I like to ask for you to tell people how can they support you? How can they support your art? Um, what can they follow? What can they send money to? Like what do you need from people watching?
Yeah, well, the only thing I really need is kind of people to follow what I'm doing right now. The goal is to started a short crowdfunding campaign to do pre-sales of the album once I get there.
Right.
Not there yet, still demoing everything. I think once I like get to the studio, I'll probably be in about that time to start something like that. But hoping people would want to kind of pre-sale it for me, and then if they like the tunes, and then that will just help with the release, so I can do a little bit more with it. But that's yeah, it's following right now. You can follow me on Twitter. I have an artist page on Facebook. That's where I do just little bits of stuff. I'm mostly on Twitter these days, and kind
You
of the
are
new music
killing it on
Twitter,
Twitter.
other stuff. There's a interesting community there, but yeah. So I'm just hoping for more people to know about what I'm doing. So when I do it, when I have that little boost of an album, it can hopefully make a bigger splash.
Absolutely. So I've got Adam's personal Twitter and Odd Pop Twitter down at the bottom there. So go ahead and follow those, y'all.
Awesome.
And then we got, I think I'm, no, I still don't know how to do it. This way. The website up top as well. Um, and then, yeah, y'all, if you have questions, now is a great time to drop them in, especially if it's about admin or grant writing or any type of like aesthetic genre blending stuff, because this is the time and place for it for sure.
I haven't really talked about the admin life, but I love that too. So,
Do you want to? We have time.
but I mean, it's a deep rabbit hole to go down.
Okay, let's make it like a 4 minute rabbit hole and hear your last song. How about that?
Last song, okay. Warming up my hands.
Yeah.
I understand now. Guitar, I feel like my hands don't need to be that warm for it, but piano, I don't know. It's a different beast.
It is. It is.
Okay.
I've been learning bass and ukulele. I'm like, how does it work? I don't understand. So,
Yeah, we had this kid a couple years back play with some of our community concerts at the Gilmore named Justin Lee Schultz. You should check him out. The kid's a beast. He's like maybe he's 13 now. I don't know, but like I saw him on Instagram the other day doing jazz synth on a Moog and doubling it with a guitar, like just like crazy stuff, and it's good. And you're like, really? When did you learn guitar? Like he's an amazing pianist. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna switch my mics here and get over to my last song. What's it called? What did I tell you it was called?
oh, you did. Sorry, I've been muting myself because we have a ton
Oh
of
yeah.
weird things coming by here. Did you want to say anything about admin life or?
Not. I mean, can always hit me up if they have questions. I love talking career paths. So I'll just say early on, in my master's program, I was like, I want to get into nonprofit work because I just felt like it'd be a path to go down. I've enjoyed it since then. I mean, it's completely different, but I enjoy being part of the music community in Kalamazoo, and directing the education programs for the Gilmore, and just being able to create opportunities for people has been really fun. So, again, I always encourage people, if they don't want the totally freelance life, nonprofit work can be pretty rewarding, and can usually fit within artist aesthetics, right?
Yeah. And I can't emphasize enough to people who are watching this now or will rewatch it later. Um, if you have questions about any of this stuff that we're touching on, do reach out to Adam on Twitter. Can I say that?
Yeah,
um,
totally.
like I said, he knows a lot of things about a lot of things and is always so kind and thoughtful in his responses. So um, please do connect with him in that way too.
And I like talking about money too. I wrote some articles for the New Music Box publication.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually be presenting at the New Music Gathering in August.
Woohoo!
Um,
Awesome.
my presentation is called "The Money We Make." So I have a little. Oh, I should tell people that.
Go ahead. We have time.
I'll send you the link. It's a survey. Now it's a big hefty survey, so not a lot of people like taking it. But I have this survey going around that's called an artist financial profile survey. And the goal is to track people's kind of like location and education experiences and income, and like how they're making money, so we can kind of tell a story. It's not so much a mystical revelation of any kind, but more of like the story of what artists and musicians specifically are making as musicians and how they're making it. And so it's yeah, I can send you the survey link.
Please do. No,
I
that's
might
very. It's
text you.
important. It's important to talk about that stuff. I feel
Yeah.
like people are afraid to, but we have to, especially for us
Yeah,
freelancers.
really. Yeah, I really advocate people to discuss their money situations with colleagues and friends that are, confidants to them. So, this is part of that experience, is to confidentially share that information for the larger story that this can tell. So people coming into the field, or people that are in the field, have some sense of what's going on financially, because
Yes.
a lot of time we don't even know what's possible to make,
Right.
or what's usual, or what's regular.
Yep.
So
Total. I'm a huge advocate as well, but I'm not going to take up your screen time with that. You can also email me if you want to talk about money things, but email Adam first or tweet at him.
so this last song is called "A Long Way Back," and it's me trying to play piano. So it's good luck to us all. Can you hear that all right? Okay. Okay. There we go. Let me tell you a secret. And nothing's ever the same. Even the way that I love you will change with the colors of the leaves on the trees. Let me hold you forever. Or let me whisper your name. Let me tell you it's okay if you never feel the same way again. It's a long way back from tomorrow, where nobody's watching but everyone is in charge. It's a timeless path we borrow, and all I know is I want to go down that path with you. Let me crumble around you, or let me lose all control. Though I can't keep it together, I long for the moment when we're all alone. It's a long way back from tomorrow, where nobody's watching but everyone is in charge. It's a timeless path we borrow, and all I know is I want to go down that path with you. And I don't know if I will ever leave these waters, but I will try to keep from sinking to the sea. And I will be there for you always, and my daughters and my son, instead of my own misery. Oh, it's hard for me, 'cause it's a long way back. It's a long way back. It's a long way back to you.
favorites of yours. I'm trying not to let the waterworks begin here.
Thanks. That was hard. Whew.
Well, for the first,
Performing piano in front of people. I know it's all virtual, but like I don't know if I've ever done that so much.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Norm and Audrey are both sending some very loving comments here. You're sounding great. Great songs, great songs. And beautiful and heartfelt and thoughtful as all of your work is.
Thank you.
So for the first time in a decade live, this is Adam Schumaker, everybody. Woohoo!
Thank you for trusting me.
Ooh, do I have my? Hold on. Wait. Do I have it? For the first time in a decade, everybody, Adam Schumaker. Sound effects button. All right, Adam. It was so awesome to see you, to hear you. Thank you for taking the time to come on today. And everybody, don't forget, go follow him on Twitter, especially, and then Facebook, Odd Pop Records, and the Shoemaker A, y'all. So
Yeah, thank you so much. It's great to see you and great to follow your work and these programs. So,
my pleasure always. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Go hug your wife for me, and
yeah, sure.
we'll talk soon, okay?
Thanks, Cassandra.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Awesome, everybody. Wasn't that so awesome, you guys? Adam is the bomb. I seriously recommend like connecting with him. He is very accessible. He is very kind, um, and has been a huge mentor and inspiration to me over the past 11, 12 years. So definitely check him out. And next week, I get to talk to another friend and colleague of mine who I met in Kalamazoo, Michigan. His name is Nick Mueller. He is now in New York City. He is gigging everywhere as a keys player and a vocalist, and he just released a new album. So please come back next Sunday at noon Pacific, 2 Central, 3 Eastern to hear me have a conversation with Nick. Nick just plays, if you have any respect for me whatsoever as a pianist, which I hope you do a little bit. Nick plays me under the table. Nick is incredible. And he's an incredible writer and just a kind, loving, just radiant human being. So I really hope that you'll join me next week, same time, same place, wherever you like to watch. We'll be talking to Nick. So go follow Adam. Come back next week. As always, stay well, stay kind, stay safe, and we'll see you next week, y'all. Much love. Thank you for watching. Bye.